And then whoever joins along can just hop in. So, my name is Josephine Atluri, and I am a meditation coach that specializes in infertility as well as parenting and motherhood mindfulness. And I myself have gone through an infertility journey that spanned the course of over 10 years and involved IVF, miscarriage, international adoption, and surrogacy. And that's what fuels my passion to combine both the lessons learned that I took from that journey with my training as a meditation coach. And so I am very passionate about helping people along their journeys to be able to incorporate meditation and mindfulness strategies as they go along their path to become parents so that they can have tools and strategies at their disposal throughout the tough times that one encounters in one's fertility journey. So, with that being said, I'm going to guide us on a quick 10-minute meditation. A couple of things to note about meditation is that one should just be okay with allowing thoughts to come in, and that when a thought does come in, that one should, rather than try and grasp a hold of it, that one can sort of acknowledge it and then allow it to float as gently as it came out, as it came into your mind, out of your mind, and then returning back to your point of focus to keep you grounded in that present moment. So, with that being said, get as comfortable as possible. You can have your eyes closed once you feel ready, but you can lie down or you can remain seated, whatever feels best to you, and know that you can adjust your position as frequently as you need to. So, with that said, I'm going to turn on the music and we will begin our fertility, our empowering fertility meditation. So just begin to come into this moment by taking a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Once again, another long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then gently letting that go. Now allow your breath to return to a pace that feels natural and comfortable for you. And then begin to come into this moment simply through witnessing your breath as it moves in and out of your body. Notice the gentle rise of your chest and your belly with every inhale that you take. And as you exhale, noticing the way that your body is melting into the earth beneath you. Everything outside of this moment, all the people in your life, all of the expectations, all of that remains exactly where it needs to be, outside of this space that you are in, and begins to slowly fade in the background. moment is simply for you to allow yourself to feel nourished, re-energized, and to prioritize your self-care. Begin to notice that with every inhale that you take, you're filling up with positivity, lightness, and energy into your being. And then using your exhale as your opportunity to release any tension, any stress that may be weighing you down. Our breath is an immense tool that we have at our disposal. And it has the power to move us from a state of overwhelm and stress, and instead move us into a state of rest and relaxation. So know that with every breath that you take, there is a purpose, and there is a power behind that breath. So when the world around you, and when your fertility journey feels like it's completely out of your control, remembering that within your control is your breath and your ability to tap into this inner calm that we all have. So let's take this next few moments to really tune into our breath. Place a hand on your belly and another one on your heart. And what we'll be doing is a deep belly breath. So as you inhale, allow yourself to expand your belly first, really pushing it out as if you're trying to maybe inflate a balloon. And when you can no longer expand your belly with your inhale, then moving it up to your chest or your heart center, and allow the breath to fill up there. And then when you can no longer take in any more sips of air, gently exhale, moving from your chest down to your belly. And I invite you to continue with this process of the deep belly breath at your own pace for 5 more breaths. And as you are doing this, just notice how your hands are moving up as you fill up with air, and how they gently float down every time you exhale. Really filling up that belly with air. And witnessing how every deep breath that you take is filling you up, not just with air, but with a greater sense of calm. breath to return back to that pace that feels comfortable and right for you. And in this moment, just tuning into your body, noticing if you're holding on to any tightness or stress, allowing the palms of your hands to open up, allowing your shoulders to melt away from your ears, releasing any tightness you may feel in your back, in your neck, opening your jaw slightly, and unfurrowing the corners of your eyes, your forehead, and your eyebrows. And on your next breath, breathe into all this space that you've created as you soften your body. Allow yourself to fill up with even more relaxation, more lightness. Now I invite you to utilize your exhale to give yourself a moment to let go of anything else that you may be holding on to. Perhaps it's the weight of emotions from your past. Using that exhale to visualize yourself, releasing it from your body, your mind, your heart and soul. Now using your breath to release and let go of any exhaustion that you may be feeling in this moment. Now give yourself permission to release any frustration, any sadness or disappointment that you may be holding on to and carrying silently as you go along this journey. Just take this moment to let it go, because it doesn't need to be here with you in this moment. Now that we've created space by releasing the heaviness of your emotions and things in your past, give yourself a reminder of your inner power and strength and your resilience. And on your next inhale, breathing in the words, I am worthy. As you breathe in again, saying, I am enough. Breathing in the words, I am strong. And then saying, I am brave. And then breathing in, I am resilient. And then breathing in the words, I am calm. as you inhale once again, just allow these words to take roots into the core of your being. You are worthy, you are enough, you are strong, brave, resilient, and calm. And as you go along on this path to parenthood, whenever you lose connection to that inner power and strength within, remembering that you can reconnect by taking a long, slow, and deep breath in and reminding yourself of how amazing and strong you are. And we'll end our meditation today just as we began, by taking 2 deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose and gently letting it out of your mouth. Once again, taking a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose, and then gently letting that breath go. And to return to the space that you are in, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps stretch your neck from side to side. Maybe your arms overhead. And whenever you feel ready, no rush, gently open your eyes. So I hope you feel so much more relaxed, perhaps a little bit more nourished than when we first began, just about 10 minutes when we first started. And just allow the feelings and emotions that you cultivated here today to ripple throughout the remainder of your day and hopefully the rest of your week.
That was very relaxing. Thank you very much. We were just going to finish off by doing a quick Q&A. I don't know if those who are here right now have any questions. But Josephine, are there things that you would normally advise people to think about when it comes to meditation, especially around fertility?
Sure. Yes. If you've never, meditated before, it's great to be able to incorporate it. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference, just because it allows you to tap into that state of calm and move yourself from a state of stress, which the breath, by introducing that slower breath, that's the sort of the trigger in your brain that tells the brain that you're not in a state of stress and you're moving your body into calm. So I definitely recommend trying it out for a couple of minutes a day. And really all you have to do, if you don't want to invest in an app or anything like that, would just be to watch your breath, simply like we did here, where we did that deep belly breath. And then there are numerous other breathing techniques that you can use. So that's a great way to do it. Another thing to remember is that the thoughts, like I mentioned before, they'll be coming in, and that doesn't go away the more you meditate. It just, what happens is you're able to let go of it quicker. And so that's what you're practicing, which is a great thing to be able to do when you are going throughout your fertility treatments, because you'll constantly be distracted by things that come up that maybe are out of your control and perhaps can be viewed as negative, and then all of a sudden you're spiraling into negativity and you're not there in that moment. So it's helpful to be able to return back into the present so that you can, perhaps you're talking to your doctor, you can engage in that conversation better, you can be present and actually ask questions and be a part of your next steps. And it's also great when you're in those moments that are stressful. For example, lying down on the ultrasound table or getting blood work done, or during your 2-week wait when your nerves are just, they're shot and you're really worried about what's happening and you're constantly thinking of all the what ifs and did I do this right and all the things from the past. So meditation and mindfulness really helps you to just dial it back and bring you back into the to that present moment where things can't really overwhelm you, because if you're thinking about the present moment, then all the what ifs and all the past things can't really enter.
Mhm.
So a few minutes every day, um, watching your breath, knowing that thoughts will happen, and not to be upset about that, and to give yourself some compassion as you're trying out something new like this. And then just tying it to an existing ritual always helps, I find. So
Do
that
you,
way you ensure success in
yeah.
the in doing it.
Do you think that it's even more important at the moment with all the added stress of COVID on top of life and trying to conceive and fertility treatment?
Yes, absolutely. We fertility on its own and going through the journey is stressful enough, and then you add something else. So now you have more to sort of chip away at. So the beauty is if you're able to just incorporate this for say 3 to 5 minutes a day, then you're coming from sort of this baseline of feeling a little bit more in control of your situation and a little more relaxed. That's one of the big things that I hear a lot from clients, and I felt myself, was that I felt so out of control in this situation of infertility. And there are many things that we can't control. So it's important to recognize what we can. And the beauty of meditation and mindfulness is that we do have control over our breath. And that in turn brings us in control of how we're feeling, stressed or calm. And then it can also help us with our mindset, because as you saw in today's meditation, we were doing some affirmations. And by saying simple words to yourself, you are in control of how you are thinking about your situation, about yourself, about the future. And so that's all in your power. And mindfulness and meditation really helps us to practice that and tune into that.
Amazing, thank you. Someone just asked, they said, thank you so much. Would you say there are particularly good, effective times of the day to meditate? That's a really good question.
That is,
I often use guided meditation as a way to get to sleep, but have read that mornings are a good time.
I love that question. Thank you, Louise, for posing that. Yes, meditation at night is definitely great, especially if you have trouble sleeping. We're so wired with overload of information and overload of things to do that it's a great way for us to settle into just a calmer sort of state, and that helps us ease into sleep. And doing it in the morning as well is also great. If you're able to do it and you're a morning person, go for it, because I as a teacher like to do both. So they're sort of my bookends of the day, and they have very different purposes. So the one in the morning is great because it sets my intention for the day. And it's almost like setting a roadmap for how I want my day to flow. And if I come from sort of a more intentional space and a more calm space, then that sort of sets the tone for my day. I mean, we've all seen it. We wake up on the wrong side of the bed and then the whole day is shot.
Yeah.
And so that, if you're able to do it in the morning, it's wonderful, even if it is just for 2 or 3 minutes. So that way you can be ready for how you want your day to flow out. But at the end of the day, I like to say, do what's best for you, because you know yourself best, you know your schedule best, and you know when you would really be able to fit it in and have a greater chance of following through.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. And if people want to speak to you, like how do you work with people?
Yep. So nowadays it's with Zoom, which is actually great because I'm able to reach people so far. And I offer a number of free meditations on my website, which you can try. They're great for just learning the basics of meditation. And then I just recently hosted a fertility workshop. The next one will probably be in March. But what people often do is there are a number of meditation apps available. I know that, and it's great. But in terms of working with me, what people like to do is right before a big event, say an IUI, an egg retrieval, an embryo transfer, just much like acupuncture, they will work with me right beforehand or the morning of to get them in the right mindset
Mhm.
and to really take the edge off of that experience. And so they're able to go into it feeling a lot calmer and in more control of that situation. So that's how I often do that. And then during the 2 week wait, people like to work with me to just really take the edge off and also get some recordings that they can listen to every day.
Amazing, amazing. You've actually pinpointed the bits that were a struggle for me in terms of, I'm sure with everyone, feeling really, really out of control and headspace being very, very noisy. So yeah, that's very, very helpful. Thank you very much. And I'll be sharing your details with everyone. So thank you. Was there anything you wanted to finish off with?
No, just, trying to, when you do start with meditation, just be open to trying all different things. There are guided ones like we did, there's just musical ones, there are silent ones, but you never know what you need that day. And we always wake up in feeling a different way. So, always try new things to see what really supports you and what gives you strength. And that's actually it's so circular because it's a benefit of mindfulness is that you're able to further tune into yourself when you're sitting quietly. You can really tune into how you're feeling, and that just helps you throughout life and your journey to
Mm.
know what you need and how to support yourself.